Twisted.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. Nikki's Twisted.
How is everyone? Hi, Cass.
Oh, wait.
Hello.
And inevitably we come off
Monday. What?
Yes. I said I should mute, but I always, whenever we go live on here, it unmutes itself. Yep, see? I muted, and then it unmuted itself. There we go.
Well, now we know we're live.
Now we know we're live. We've hit the YouTube.
Hopefully notifications will go out. Notifications were going out like 6 to 10 minutes after people had gone live last week.
Yeah.
I don't know what YouTube was doing, but let's hope it's better this week. That was crazy.
Yeah. And I've had issues with YouTube being faster on the chat than StreamYard, which was never the case before.
Yeah, never used to be that way.
I'm not
so strange. It's still doing that where I see the chat here on my iPad before I see it up here on StreamYard.
Yep.
Really weird.
Yep. I have a funny story to relay when we start talking about shipping, because I was schooled by my 17-year-old as to what shipping now means.
Oh, really? Like to hear that. Hi, Sue.
There, see, I just got the notification that we went live. So there we go.
Yay, faster notification this week.
It was, we were watching the Johnny Depp trial, and he goes, oh, there are these rumors flying around that Johnny Depp is shipping his lawyer, Camille. And I was like, where's he shipping her to? My mind, right? My mind going, what? And for like 10 minutes, he's telling me this, and I'm not understanding what he's trying to say to me. I'm like, Austin, what are you trying to say to me? He goes, they're dating.
Relationship.
I said, why did you just say that? Why did you say they're dating? Why did you have to say they're shipping? You're not talking to your friends. You're talking to your mom and dad. And you're saying shipping. I said, my mind goes shipping. It goes, I'm putting stuff in a box and I'm mailing it out. I don't even understand slang-wise how that correlates with
relationship.
With relationships. I'm putting something in a box and I'm mailing it. So
they ship each other. Their relationship. I had to get my daughter to explain it to me.
What?
Hi, Karen.
Oh, so I was like, I turned over and I looked up, I was like, I'm so using that. He goes, go ahead, Mom, use it. It's nothing like making me feel like a boomer. And then just, and I'm not a boomer. My dad is a baby boomer. Hey, everyone. We're not boomers. We're not baby boomers. We're Gen Xers. So don't call me a boomer. I was there when the internet was born, damn it. I don't remember when.
Yeah, my daughter will go, okay, boomer. And I'm like, nope. That's your grandma, not your mom. Yep.
The first time somebody called me that, and I figured out why after, was I kept going, what's up with all the NASA shirts? What's up with all, like, I couldn't wrap my brain around, this was a couple years ago, what was up with all the NASA shirts? And my stepson, my oldest son, went, boomer. And I was like, so what's up with all the NASA shirts? He goes, I don't know. And I went, okay, boomer. I mean, really? Then I sat there for a few minutes and I figured it out. It was the 50th anniversary of landing on the moon, so that's why people were wearing NASA shirts all the time. Yeah. So it's just something. It's just I'm more comfortable with boomers, aren't we all? Aren't we all? I think if you like older stuff, funny. You're more comfortable with the older generations, anyways. I'm a boomer. Get off my lawn.
Who put that?
Oh, Sheila. My God, Sheila.
Hello, Vintage and Vino.
Oh, hey, guys.
I will be on their channel tonight at 7 for a sale. We had to move Friday's sale to Monday. So, woo-woo. Yeah, 2 sales today.
1966, you're a Gen Xer. 1965 and after is you're a Gen Xer.
You didn't miss it, Jazz. You're a Gen Xer.
Yeah. You did. You were right. You can call yourself, but some people were at the beginning or the end of a generation, tend to have traits of somebody who's at like the beginning or the end of maybe the previous generation. So
well, apparently I like everybody because I spent all day Tuesday out of town thrifting with my mom and dad and spent all day Saturday out of town thrifting with my niece and her boyfriend, who are both young 20-somethings. So I'm good with everybody. I think I just don't like people my own age.
Yeah, I always hung out with people older than me. Always. I was always the baby in the group. So We love
Oh,
boomers. We were saying that they called us boomers, that our kids call us boomers and we're not boomers.
yeah.
I
We
have
had
to
to
remind
correct
them
our
that whole
children.
that whole green thing, guys, that we that was started before you. You all didn't start that. You all didn't start the equal rights thing, You all didn't start that. That happened generations before you. We all laid the groundwork for that.
Oh, it's funny. All right, so
Yeah.
guys, we are talking about 1950s entertaining. And so to figure out why it became so popular to entertain in the 1950s, that you had to have an entire, you had your chips and dips, and you had your bar carts, and you had your ice buckets, and you had all of these things. And why all of a sudden was this boom of entertaining in the 50s? You have to go back historically. So, and Jastia.
Yeah.
Since I was in theater, I think I did do the same thing. So 1914 to 1918, you had World War I going on.
Yeah.
Then 1920 to 1933, you had Prohibition. So we weren't supposed to be drinking, even though people still drank. We weren't supposed to be drinking.
Yeah.
And then in the Great Depression was 1929 to 1939. And we went straight into World War II from there, which lasted until 1945. So finally, it was like the whole United States took a deep breath and went, oh,
That's a great way to describe it.
Let's get together and let's have fun, barware, and entertainment pieces, and let's hang out together. The whole country finally got to take this deep breath. And so all of these different companies started making these fabulous things. Started in the late 40s. And so like some of the Libby glasses, that was actually late 40s. Even though we like the leaf glasses by Libby, we all go, 1950s. That was started in the late 40s. So that historically, that's why when we got to the 1950s, we kind of partied. We had people over. Hi, Angela. So some of the companies that were designing glassware.
That's so awesome.
Criminals. They're criminals.
Except for that interlude in Korea, yes. Except for the little interlude, the Forgotten War. Yes.
That one my grandpa was actually in, I believe.
Yeah.
So, and in July of 1959 was when our first soldiers were killed in Vietnam. So it was a very short time span where you had just these, fabulous dinner parties, and you had people over, and most of the people in your circle would have been of the same political affiliation, and there wouldn't have been fighting in there. Yeah. So there's this short time where entertaining was what people did in their homes. And then by the time that the Vietnam War ended, Atari had come out and everybody had a home gaming system, and things changed again. So you weren't entertaining like you had been. So there's just this short period of time where entertaining in your home was what you did. And
it was right after World War II. Yes. Yeah.
And it was what the wife did.
Yes, it was what the wife did. And you have to think, in some ways, it wasn't okay for women to go to bars. It wasn't okay. It wasn't proper before that. You were considered of lower class to do that kind of thing. So this was a way to involve her and be a part of the cocktail culture that kind of exploded after. Yeah. Less bars, more at home.
So some of the designers I want to look for, if you are looking to set up your Mad Men entertainment style room, Culver, they were one of the biggest ones to. Now, a lot of these companies did 22 karat gold on their glassware, but Culver was known for it. And then you've got your Dorothy Thorpe.
Yeah.
And she would purchase large amounts of blank glassware from other companies. She didn't do any of the producing her glass. She purchased it from hi, Kelly. Hi, Peggy. She purchased it from other companies, and then she decorated it the things that she wanted to. She's most known for her silver overlay. So even glasses that you can't identify as Dorothy Thorpe, you will see, hi, Mary. You will see that they are Dorothy Thorpe style.
Yeah.
So she's well known for that silver overlay. Briard. We all know and love Briard. And all Briard from this time period is signed in cursive and will say Briard.
Yeah.
So even if it looks Briard style, if it's not signed with little cursive Briard somewhere on it, it's not Briard.
Yeah, he was really good about signing his work, unlike others.
Yeah. And then you've got the Continental Can Company, which I only mentioned because they were known for the gold and blue medallion starburst pattern that often gets mistaken for Briard.
Oh, okay.
So if you find a piece, it's likely that there were other companies that did it too, but it's likely that it's the Continental Can Company who purchased, I didn't write it down. They purchased, was it Anchor Hawking? They had purchased one of the glassware companies during this time frame, but it has no signature. Now, some of their glassware will have like a CCC on the bottom, but it definitely will. If it's Briard, it'll be signed Briard. So even though the Continental Can Company did a gold and blue medallion starburst that looks exactly like Briard, it was not Briard. Then you've got, is it Croc? Couroc? I never know how to, or is it Ciroc? I never know how to say it.
I want to say Ciroc, but
that's the liquor, which is CIR.
Yeah, I know, which is how I want to say it, but that's probably why I want to say it like that.
But Ciroc was known for their owl pattern, their Roadrunners. They did a lot of fun patterns in the 50s. And then,
the Roadrunners are some of my favorites. I love when looking up some of the glass when we did the barware sale. I love and chickens, roosters and chickens, another one.
Yeah. And then you've got Libby.
Libby
did everything from the leaf design to pink flamingos.
Yeah.
I have some of the Libby flamingo glasses because there were 2 shades of pink they did them in. I've got like 1 green and 2 blue or something. So,
hey, Julia.
Hi, Julia. Hello, everyone. If you came in and we missed it, hello. Thanks for being with us. We are just discussing 1950s inner. I didn't see that. Did it come up?
D&B says Curoc. Okay, thank you, because I just want to pronounce. You know what? I should know how to say French things better.
Not me. I didn't take French.
I didn't take French, but I come from a French-speaking family. I think I know how to pronounce words.
So there are lots and lots
and
lots of
Blendo.
other companies.
And Libby's still in production.
Wasn't Blendo the 60s, though? I thought Blendo was the 60s.
I want to say it was the very early 60s.
And hi, Bridget.
I want to say it was the very early 60s. But yeah.
So I missed you coming in. Hello. Thanks for being here. So I just wanted to highlight some of the there are a bazillion. You can
there's
so many.
Yeah,
you can look them up. And, as we've learned with older glassware, they were still, companies were buying each other into the 50s and 60s and 70s. And so there's a lot. I just wanted to highlight a few.
Was more than just that. I mean, there were serving platters, there were tidbit trays, there were candy dishes, everything.
Your chips and dips, your punch bowls, your pitchers.
Yeah. Everything had a purpose, I guess is the best way. Whereas now we'll just be like, oh, go get that big bowl. We're going to use that for popcorn. Yeah. Go use that bowl. We're going to use that bowl for mixing, even though it's a big soup bowl. I mean, everything had a purpose. My mother-in-law used to, no, that's for this. Okay.
I like that. Culver is definitely the 50s. Culver, they started that glass application in the late 50s. Or the gold application of the glasses, the 22 karat gold. That was late 50s.
Unless you're British, yes. Unless you're British, and then yes, but yes. Unless you're British, and they still like you sit down like, why do I need to use a different? Just give me one fork. Why do I need so many different? I just want one. I don't want to dirty anything else.
Are you
Just
talking
think of
about
the
EO Brody? Because they're based here in Ohio. I have so much EO Brody stuff.
Oh yeah, Brody glass. I know it's
And
not
we've
really
talked about
collectible,
them before.
and I think it's a shame that Brody is not collectible because they have made some beautiful pieces, some really interesting things, and I think they're undervalued.
I would
But they
agree
were
with
also
that.
prolific, so that can tend to
Yeah.
undervalue stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite pieces I own are EO Brody pieces.
Yeah.
Some of my personal favorites are EO Brody pieces. Yeah.
Oh, I just moved. I had an EO Brody vase sitting here. I just moved it over there. Yep.
I don't think
All right,
I
well,
have
we're going to get started.
No,
She didn't like their Barbara. Did you read Sheila?
no, I missed it.
She snuck their booze, though.
Oh, of course. Of course. But no, see, now my husband grew up with that time period, in that time frame, because like everyone's talking about their parents were born in like the 30s. His adoptive mother was born in the 30s. So they had every Sunday, everybody came over and they played poker. They had the football games on in the background, and there was constant drinking and smoking going on in the house. So it was like a bar, it was like a poker club, and they had glasses and they had pitchers and they had, the little individual nut dishes so that everyone could have their own nuts, and they had the little poker. So this was a thing that, you'd get together and have these kinds of celebrations or get together. So yeah, I do think it was that kind of the silent generation. It was more the silent generation than the greatest generation, because they were the younger ones, the ones born in the 30s. So yes, I agree. My parents were born in 44. So they would have been teenagers in the 50s. Yeah. Sneaking glass. Now it's totally different. Just pour something in a glass. Yes.
Yeah. All right. So before we get started, I do want to remind everybody that my info is in the description box below. Hi, Colleen. Nikki's YouTube channel and Nikki's Instagram are in the box below also.
Thank you, ma'am.
Nikki and I switch off. So next week we will be on Nikki's channel for Glass with Class. And if you purchase from me and I don't have your info, I need it today. Please. You can open another window and you can send me your info. Hi, Kathy. Or you can briefly leave the sale and send me your info, but I need your info immediately. I don't make you pre-register, but I do need your info if you purchase and I don't have it. If you have moved, if you have changed your email with PayPal, if you have any changes in your personal info at all, please also update your information, not only with me, but all of the sellers. Please, please. We don't want your box going to somebody else. My dad was a preacher. We did not have alcohol in our home at all. None. Nope.
We had very little. Yeah, my mom didn't drink, and my dad would occasionally have beer and whiskey. Beer on the weekends sometimes, but whiskey, and that was just, nobody wanted to touch that stuff because you felt like a dragon when you swallowed it.
So, the other thing is, once I've sent you your invoice, please pay within 48 hours. And there is a reason that I asked that. I go to the post office once a week because gas prices are outrageous. Outrageous. Yes, so I go once a week. I was planning to go today. I will be going tomorrow instead because we moved that sale. So I have 2 sales today. I'm not going to the post office today. Normally I would. But that is why I try to get all invoices out by Friday so you can pay them by Sunday night. That's 48 hours. And I can take everything to the post office on usually Monday morning. But since I had 2 sales today and some people hadn't paid, I'm going to go to the post office tomorrow. But there's a reason for it. I cannot, the post office is far enough away that I can't just like run up there every day, and gas prices are insane. So I go once a week. And I need everybody to pay on time so that they can all be shipped on time.
I do the same thing. I invoice on Wednesdays and I ship on Saturdays. And that gives everybody enough time between when I ship and when I invoice to pay said invoices. Because, otherwise we'd be running to the post office every day. And like to Claudia said, we're almost at $5 right now where I'm at. And that's, whew,
we are too.
Whew. I try to only go out when necessary and do lots of things all at once.
That is exactly. And I plan my trip, so I'm like going in a circle, so I don't have to double back. I don't have the gas to waste to double back. I got to go here, and go home. Yep. That's it.
Absolutely.
Oh, good, Sheila. Yay.
Oh, that
I always like to hear that things get there safely.
Yes, it does. It does. Because sometimes we hold our breath, especially when we ship things that are a little bit more fragile. We kind of go, please get there.
Or
please
bigger, because that vase was bigger. So
like the swan I sent you, I was like, oh my God, I hope I made it. I hope I made it. Because it was so delicate. Yes.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to change the layout. Okay. And I'll go first since I popped up here.
Right. How many are we doing? 2?
Yes. Let's do 2.
Like crap.
So my first is in. Didn't realize there was a garage sale tag on it. I actually got this at Volunteers of America, but someone had donated it after a garage sale. So, Chromex holiday giftware.
Oh, that's awesome.
Carousel Server. So, it's never been opened. It has never been taken out of the package. It wasn't used and stored in here. It has never been taken out of the package. So, here, it's all still taped together.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Off of it.
And you know what? Old tape usually falls apart, except for when you need it to fall apart.
Yeah. So here are, I don't know what all is in here, but it's never been opened.
Oh, wow.
So your instructions are here. Oh, I had them upside down. Your instructions are here. The spoons, the serving spoons for your condiments are still in the bag here. And here is each of your little glass containers that sit in the server, which I'm not actually going to take out of the box because it's never been out of the box and I don't want to take it out of the box. So this is what it looks like. You can see from here what it looks like. Chromex.
Now, would this be for like lemons and olives or more like bar snacks? I know it sounds silly because I honestly have no idea. This is just so cool.
I don't know. And I would think you could probably use it for whatever you wanted.
Okay.
I mean, if you were doing like a full dinner, you could have it sitting in the middle with your condiments.
Your special sauces.
It's not saying.
I know. I love new old stock too, Angela. It's great. Like, I guess it could be like sitting on a bar, and if you had a proper bar setup, you could have like your lemon wedges, your orange wedges, and like, olives, like little cocktail bits. Or it could have, your
or
nuts.
You could have your nuts, your mints, and your chocolates in it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
That would be fabulous for like your own dessert bar to use, like for your own dessert bar to have little treats to put on.
Bar, that would be so fun. Especially with these little spoons.
Yes.
In your
hands. It's easy to believe it's like nuts and stuff. 3 different dips. Yes.
Yep. So many possibilities. It's awesome. I love it. And I was like, now where'd the thing go? It's $15. Number 6.
I love the please.
$15. Number 6. My second item. Now, most of these items with the gold do have gold wear. There is gold loss on these. So this has gold loss, but
I saw this and I love it. Love this.
Gorgeous. Ice lip pitcher. I love these because you can have ice cubes in here and they are not going to plop out into your drink. That is the point of the ice lip. It's not an ice slip. It's an ice lip to keep your ice
you're an impatient pour. I'm an impatient pourer, and it just manages to flop out on me because I'm just like, come on, let's go.
So you can see, well, maybe you can't. Some of the gold loss there at the bottom. It was used. It's got some gold loss in here too.
Yeah, just the pitch. I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah. So there is gold loss. I have a bit of a problem collecting pictures. I have like 10 of them. I do not have room for all of them. So this beautiful, and I love the shape, this round, ball shape.
Yeah.
I could not figure out who made it. So
I've kind of become a sucker for this stuff.
$12, number 14. $12, number 14 for the ice lip pitcher. And I just think they are so great for lemonade and iced tea in the summer.
Oh, I love the Kool-Aid thing because that's exactly every time I see the ball pitchers, all I can think of is the Kool-Aid man. busting through a wall when we were kids, right? Okay, so if you were doing some hosting back in the 50s and the 60s, casseroles were all the rage, right? So I found in Salem, it was in Salem, or actually technically Danvers, I found a Fire King casserole dish. I love the pattern. It's so pretty, right? I love the pattern. It's double-sided, which is great. I think this one is called, I want to say it's called Poppies, but I could be wrong. But it's pinks and reds and burgundies. It is a 12-inch casserole dish, 2 inches deep. It is made by Fire King. Fire King there on the bottom. I love when I find Fire King stuff.
Oh, for some reason, I love Fire King.
When this one in particular is backwards. So no matter which way I hold it, you can't read Fire King properly. And I don't know why. It's like you were supposed to see it through the inside or something. I'm not sure. But I love these. These come in so handy for the summer, for the fall, for the winter, all the way through. But this is, to me, is a little bit more of a summer dish because of the pretty flowers on it. But 10 and 12 inches across. Oh, good. 12 inches across and 2 inches deep. So it'll hold a nice little casserole or just a serving, however you do you. You do you. And use this stuff. I am so encourage people to use this stuff. Because
I love that.
This is one of my favorite pieces I found. So if you're interested in the Fire King, it's going to be $18, number 63. $18, number 63 for the Fire King casserole dish.
I have not seen that pattern before.
I haven't either. Okay, Jazz Day does want number 14. Number 14 for me. Yeah, I love Fire King. I pick it up.
My niece came in.
I do still make casseroles occasionally, but it's more like ziti. It's more like pasta-based casseroles. So my next is, what do you do with the leftovers? Well, you have a refrigerator dish. So I have a mini fridge dish, and let me take the lid off so I can do it this way. I will drop it. This is the one with the vegetables. So we've got our celery, our tomato, and probably, I think it's carrots. I think these are supposed to be carrots. This is supposed to be celery, and then we have the tomato. It is in good condition. It does have a little bit of older wear here from taking it on and off, putting it on and off, sliding, but it still closes. Yes, enchiladas. I will do enchiladas, something like that. Absolutely. It does still close with no problem. It doesn't really wiggles a little bit, but it's not supposed to be super tight. So it's one of the mini fridge dishes. I am not sure who makes this so many. Oh wait, no, I take it back. I just found it. This is Federal Glass. I love when you find the mark. Right there is it, the shield and the F. I didn't see the mark before. Then we turn on all the lights, and all of a sudden, boom! It's a fridge. It is.
My mom uses her fridgies for storage. She loves her fridgies.
I like them because they don't stain. Think about, you have Tupperware, you put tomato sauce, you put salsa, you put anything acidic in it, it automatically stains, and all it does is smell like the old thing no matter what you wash it with. The glass ones, I really, really, really hope these make a bigger comeback. And this is a way that we get rid of plastic waste, that we go back to these again, because glass is so much easier to take care of and to get clean. So if you're interested in the Federal Glass vegetable mini fridge dish, this guy here will be $12, number 97. $12, number 97. And those are my two.
And if you didn't know, you can take sandpaper and sand that glass smooth. You'd have to Google to see what grit, because there's a specific grit, but you can, if it's got a chip, because they, you know, knocked against each other, you can sand that so when you're washing them, you don't cut yourself.
And this one is really smooth, so it's an older, it's not like it's a new mark. It has been a while, so that's a good thing. And I got you for that, Karen. Thank you. Yeah, not a
Helen. Okay, so I mentioned Briard because I have a piece of Briard. So I have this fun, funky bowl, and it's slightly footed. Like, they're not big feet, but they got these 4 little feet. It does have some gold loss, but Briard is right. Well, this side isn't as bad. So Briard is right there. Can you see it better if I do? Oh, there you go. You can see it better. Briard. But it does have some gold loss, and now it's got my fingerprints on it. You never know. I washed all of this stuff yesterday. Yeah. Now I got my fingerprints on everything. So this is the pattern on it. And it's not huge. 6.5 inches. It definitely has gold loss along the edge. Almost all of that gold is gone. But it is Briard. If you want an affordable piece of Briard because you just think his stuff is cool, like I do, this one's only $10. $10, number 2, because of the gold loss. $10, number 2, for the Briard bowl. And I got a chip and dip.
Oh!
I used to think that these were punch bowls because I had never seen the dip bowl. And Jamie from Mid-Century Wasted was like, no, those are chip and dips. So this is the fleur-de-lis. It maybe was anchor hocking. I could not figure out. But see, we've got gold loss again. This one completely gone on that side. I'm not sure why. This one's not marked or signed by anybody. And these are a nice heavy piece. So this one probably would have had a dip bowl that had the fleur-de-lis on it. I was able to find a clear dip bowl at a separate time to put them together so that you had a chip and dip. Now, however, I have iron. I have one of these personally that's mine that I'm not getting rid of, and I do not have the dip holder. If you ever find those, guys, when you are thrifting, no matter if it's the round ones or the square ones, the oval ones, pick them up. Pick them up because they go for so much money because people want a complete set. So if you find them cheap, pick them up.
I can never figure out how, we have one, I can never figure out how the dang thing is supposed to sit. I have to make John come and do it. I'm like, I don't know how this works. Come do it.
So these bowls are pretty big. And the punch bowls from that time period look awfully like this. So I don't think the punch bowls were that much bigger. 10.5 inches. So you get the clear dip bowl, the fleur-de-lis chip bowl. And for both, $18, number 18. $18, number 18. And that is my two.
Okay. So this is another little set that I picked up in the Danvers area, which Danvers, once upon a time, Danvers, Salem, and Peabody were all the same thing. They were all the same thing. So forgive me if I slip occasionally and say that. I have a set of 4. And I'm going to call them Maritime Glass Coasters.
I love coasters.
And you had to have these because, and I cannot believe how much I use them now because I have a quartz countertop and a butcher block island. So coasters are important, especially if you have vintage stuff sitting around.
Yep.
So they are in 4 different colors, and they do have, I don't know if it's going to be easier to show it like this or not, ships and a whole nautical theme. We got roping around the outside. They're all in really great condition. They're all different colors. So this is a little bit more on the greenish side. There's one. There's a set of 4.
These are fun.
These are I thought they were neat for the summertime. This is a very, very light blue color. And none of these glow. I checked. I went nuts with my black light to the point that I need batteries. This is a little bit of a darker blue than the other one before it. So you can see a little bit of a darker blue there. And then your typical amber. But I like that they're all different colors. So you got 4 of them. They're all different colors. You can see a little bit better when I line them up here. So we've got the amber, the green, the lighter blue, and then the darker blue. And like I said, they remind me of a ship in the town called the Friendship. So that's why I picked these up. It's a very famous ship that is docked. It's the marinas that are there, the nautical museums that are there are really neat. So if you're interested in my glass coasters, all in great condition, no condition issues with these at all, it'll be $10, number 75.
Wow, that's a
$10, number
fantastic
75
price.
for the 4 of them. And they are, I'm not going to lie, they are meaty. So they're not going to be, I mean, you have a drink thing. They're not going to slide all over the place. They actually do a very good job of holding a can of soda. So that's my first one there. Back here.
Yeah, Julie, I have coasters all over.
Yep. I love them. Then I picked this beautiful thing up. Now, I cannot tell you who made it. I've looked.
Oh, that's older.
This
Look
is
how
really-
transparent the edges are.
And when you hold it up to the light, ooh, the Ring of Fire is ridiculous. So you can see it's like a slaggy look to it, but it's not slag. It is just this milk glassy, clear. This is definitely older. This could be bordering on antique. It's a definite possibility. But because I can't definitively say it is, I'm not going to say that it is. But it does have that really like early American pressed glass is what it kind of feels like. But it doesn't glow. It doesn't do anything fancy except for it has a fantastic, and you can tell it does, Ring of Fire because of this is also translucent all around the top. So this is a toothpick holder. It is really, really pretty. It is height-wise. I've lost my ruler. I got new rulers, so I don't have to use my measuring tape anymore. It is 2.5 inches, so not a really super big one, 2.5 inches. And if you have a collection of these, I know some people do, this is a great one to add to your collection. Like I said, in really good shape as well. So if you're interested in this guy, he'll be $12, number 89. $12, number 89 for the milk glass toothpick holder. Those are my 2.
Wow, I love the pattern on that one. That's beautiful.
It's almost like a pineapple pattern, but not quite. Ooh.
Okay, I've got one more chip bowl. This one, the gold is in much better condition. There's barely any gold loss at all and no loss to the white on this one. And this is the wheat. And this one would have had a matching dip bowl, but I have not found a dip bowl for this one. These are a nice size. I believe this one was either made by a different company or made in a different year because the bottom is different, but it is also 10.5 inches. I don't know if I can hold them both up and show you, but see that this one has, I don't know what to call that on the bottom, but hi, Julia. So this one is going to be just $15, number 10. $15, number 10 on the wheat.
Oh, good. I'm so glad, Kaz. Thank you so much. I'm glad when things arrive. Super safe.
Oh, good.
And I loved that vase because it was so modern looking. I did. Yeah.
That one I just held up would go well with those plates that Bridget bought off of me.
Yes.
They're so well together. Okay, and then my next item are Libby Glasses, and I have 6.
Oh,
These
that's an
are
awesome
the tall
find.
ones.
I love these.
And This was their Hostess glassware line, and this was called. Oh no, that's the next one. Never mind. This was not the Hostess glassware. I have two things of Libby today, so had them mixed up. But they have the L on the bottom. I don't know if you can see it, but these are Libby, and these are your bigger ones. You know, people call these bigger sizes Tom Collins, but Tom Collins were specifically made by Tom Collins.
Yeah.
But it's that size. And I have all 6 of them in very, very good condition. Now these are silver instead of the gold. But
I think that's why I like them.
Yeah, the silver on the edges of them is still in really good condition. So for all 6 of them, no chips, no cracks, no damage to, I don't think these were ever used. I think somebody stuck them up in a cupboard, got them as a gift for their wedding. They didn't match their colors, but they didn't want to get rid of them until the person who'd given them to them had passed away. All 6, $20, number 8. I love Libby glasses. My pink flamingo glasses by Libby, I just love them. Love them, love them. They sit out in display all summer long. I use them. I think they're fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
hi, Tammy.
So, let's see. Next up I have, and I'm going to give it a measure before I show it. If you were hostessing, 10 inches, you had to have serving plates. So this isn't necessarily a huge serving plate, but it is definitely a decorative serving plate. I have shown it before, but I wanted to bring it back for this round because I would put some pretties on this and put it out for snackies. One of my favorite snackies is cucumbers with lime and sea salt on them. Oh my gosh, they're delicious.
Ooh.
They're very yummy snacks, and you don't have to feel guilty about them. Just saying. So it reminds me of a cabbage leaf almost design. The design is on the back. It is more textured on the back, and then the front is smooth. So this is a marigold. It looks just like a big bubble in the sun. That's just why I like this. Very big bubble in the sun. It is a carnival glass, but this is the carnival glass from like the 60s and the 70s, not the original carnival glass from the 30s and the 40s. Two different things. This is when we started reproducing the stuff because it had become hot again. But I really loved the plate, 10 inches across, and it's nice and thick, and it is a meaty plate. It's not a thin plate, it's a meaty plate, so that's what makes it, I think, a great serving plate to put out. So if you're interested in the carnival glass plates, it'll be $10, number 84. $10, number 84 on that guy. And then another serving piece I have here. And
now
this
I
is
want to buy a cucumber, Nikki. Thanks a lot.
You know what? I'm telling you guys, it is such a refreshing summer treat. It's like chips without having chips. Try it out, guys. Tell me if you like it as much as I did. So I have a piece of moonstone here, the hobnail moonstone. So this is a depression glass piece, the tricord here. You'd have your different little servings. Now it does have and for some reason, this pattern was very prevalent to it. Here it is. I don't know if it's going to show up, but it might. You can see there's a line that goes right there. It is not a crack. It is not a break. It is a straw mark in the manufacturing. I had another set that were dishes that were like bowls. Every single one of them had it in there. So it's just one of those things that for some reason I've noticed that this pattern just seems to get, and you can see it right in there. But it is not, you can't feel it. It's definitely a manufacturer issue. But I love the moonstone because it is so pretty, because this does look organic. And it's just a very pretty dish for many different things. You can serve your, separate your nuts. We love to say that, separate your nuts.
I had that out at Christmas, and I think I'd put M&M's, Reese's Pieces, and Skittles in it.
The great candy dish, or, if it's great for like putting your different jewelry bits in. Do whatever, but I do love the moonstone pattern very, very, very much. So if you're interested in my moonstone depression glass dish, this guy will be $12, number 98. $12, number 98, and those are my two.
All right, so now I've got the Hostess glassware. by Libby, and this was the silver foliage pattern. So these are 2 champagne coupes. And look at the detail on the stem. The stem looks so Art Deco to me.
Oh, those are so pretty.
So these are in really good condition.
Those are fabulous. I'd love to drink champagne out of those. I'm just saying.
I know. I'm going to go get champagne and cucumbers after this. I'm kidding. I can't afford the gas. So they are gorgeous.
Oh,
gorgeous.
yes.
And they are 5.5 inches tall. Now, the champagne coupes from Depression era were a lot shorter. They were squattier.
Yeah.
So you get this
Watch
nice
Casablanca.
length. Yeah, you get this nice length on these.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
they would be good Cosmo
pretty.
glasses, too. I'm not a fan of the martini glasses because you try to walk from one end of the room to the other end of the room with a martini in your hand and you're going to spill it all over. I used to hate waitressing and having to carry those dang things on a tray. I'd be like,
yep. I was just telling someone that this weekend. Don't get martini glasses. Don't do it.
Nope. Get something like this, so much better.
So, for the pair, $10, number 16.
The shrimp cocktail would be beautiful. And I love that they're very... Can you imagine sitting down on New Year's and having these, whether you're serving them with shrimp cocktail or you're having a glass of champagne, and them just how regal you feel?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're very... I just love the stem. Love the stem. Okay, so my next item is a piece of Culver. It is the only piece of Culver I have ever found.
You're right, Angela. Just slide it across the bar. No, but when you have to take it from the bar to the table, that's horrible. Oh, so that's so cool.
A Culver cheese tray. I could not find this specific one. I know it's Culver because it says it right here. I don't know if you can see that, but right here, that says Culver.
Okay. Oh,
so
I love that
Culver.
fish.
It would have had a knife here. It came with these. But I don't know what would have been here. So I don't know. Because I could not find this one. Now, the last time that a Culver appetizer cheese tray, which is what they called it on eBay, sold was in February, and it sold for $220.
Ooh.
So here is my issue with this. I can't guarantee these aren't replacement ones because they do not exactly match the pattern that is on this part.
Okay.
So I cannot and they don't say Culver. So these could be replacement ones. I don't know. These do have paint loss, gold paint loss on them. But I will send them along with it because they came with it, even though I cannot guarantee these are actually Culver.
I love them.
Culver.
Oh.
$30, number 4, because this is Culver.
Do we see my face? I'll do Macaulay Culkin face. Oh my goodness, this is fabulous. To put on an outdoor dining set and just to sit outside al fresco on your little bistro table underneath your umbrella with a fancy little fruity drink next to you and nibbling on your cheese and dips. That's just... I'm going to go do that now after we're done. Claudia's going to go get a cucumber and some champagne. I'm going to go get fancy on my porch. Now that it's finally all done, thanks to the 90-degree weather we had. Although today's only 64 degrees, so it's like...
Yeah, it's nice here today.
I kind of want the weather, the yesterday's weather back. Okay, I took a picture. If you saw it on Instagram, this is probably my absolute favorite find because I've never seen this before. This is milk glass. I've seen pink. I've seen blue. Now I've seen this listed as almond. I would call it peach. It's peachier to me than it is almond, but it is listed, this style is listed as almond milk glass. It is
See, to me,
definitely,
it looks almond.
yeah,
I saw
I know.
your picture on Instagram, and I was like, "Oh, it's so good." Because I have that one in milk glass in my personal collection.
Yes, yes.
And now I'm
This
like,
is
"Dang it! Why didn't I find that color?"
this color is it's amazing. So I mean, I guess you could call it almond. It could be, everyone's eye's different, but it's listed as almond milk glass. So I wanted to get that out of the way. It is Westmoreland glass. It is a lidded candy dish, and it is in great condition. No kids were sneaking candy, is what I'm saying, because the bottom of this is really, really smooth. I love the little beading details. You do get a nice translucent-y look through the beading details. It's really hard to see on camera, but I'm seeing it here. It is a grape and leaf pattern, very popular pattern. And like I said, Westmoreland glass is a chunkier glass than some of your other stuff. It's akin to later Fenton, which is really thick and chunky. And you can see when I show you the edges of the dish just how thick that actually is. But it up next to light. It is beautiful. I didn't know that any other color than white could have a ring of fire, and it does all the way around, which is fabulous. And it's a square one, rounded base. Another stamp there. They wanted to make sure that you knew they made it. So it's inside the lid and it's on the bottom, 2 stamps on that. So measurement wise, this guy is across 4.5 inches, and then height wise, and I always estimate this stuff, guys, it's about 6 inches. Yeah, my fingers do that real nice. So really unusual piece. You don't see different colored milk glass all that often, and I'm trying very carefully to hold it up there for you to see. So if you're interested in the Westmoreland almond milk glass, it is $20, number 81. $20, number 81 on that guy. This is heavy bag. Yeah. And it is medium. I'm gonna let you guys know it is a little on the weak side. It is. So my next piece is I'm gonna call it a dip or a little serving. It's a yellow piece of glass. And once again, yellow is a harder color to find in glass. It's not as easy to find, like purple. It's not amber, it's canary yellow. And it's a little grape, a little cluster of grapes. I think this would be great for your salsa, your dips, your bean dips, your whatever side servings you have. This is another one that I could not place. There's no marking on it, and I really just couldn't place it. But it's definitely got that mid-century vibe. 7 inches. So it's 7 inches from tip of stem to bottom, and it's definitely deep enough to hold a lot of goodies. In really good condition, no condition issues with this guy. And if you're interested in this guy, it'll be $10, number 87. $10, number 87 for the yellow glass cluster of grapes. And those are my 2. It wasn't me that time.
I went.
Wasn't me that time.
My elbow was like, "Don't do that, Hunt." Hi,
Lisa. Hey,
okay.
Jersey, what's up?
So here, and my next item I will show you is why I don't think that these little condiment dishes are actually Culver and go with that tray, because the pattern on these that were with the tray when I got it is the same pattern on this. And this is not Culver. So it is possible that this is the CCC company, but the bottom is not marked with their mark. So I got this little ice bucket from Fatbird Finds. This is when I thought I was going to go in a different direction with my kitchen decorating. So every piece you see here came straight out of my kitchen, because I decided just to stick with the pink and green and stop trying to make the gold and clear mesh into my pink and green. So here's the pattern. There is gold loss on this. I am just going to charge you what I paid Fatbird Finds. I am not trying to make money on it, and I'm not even going to recoup my shipping. So it is a little ice bucket. No chips, no cracks. But it is the exact same pattern.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's exact. So that's why I do not believe these are Culver, even though they came on the Culver tray. So this is what I paid Fatbird Finds. This is what I'm charging. $16, number 20. $16, number 20. And then my last item today. Oh, this is good if you have Rough and
I
Tumble
have that.
family members, because this already has a scratch on the outside of the glass here. I had picked this up in a box from an auction last year, and then within 2 weeks, I had found the dip bowl that goes with it in, I don't remember where.
Was that your salt and peppers?
What?
Was that with your salt and peppers? With that one?
No, not that lot. This was a different auction lot. But I found the bowl separately, and I'm like, oh, I just picked up the chip bowl. So chip and dip, because it's got that big scratch, I think this is perfect for outdoor entertaining.
Oh yeah, you're fine outside.
Put your chips and guac in there.
Yep, that's what I use.
Right on your picnic table. Perfect for that. And you aren't going to pay a whole lot for it, so you won't mind that it is sitting outside. You won't be going, nobody bought the table. It'll be fine. It's only $8. $8, number 12.
That is the chip and dip bowl that we have that I have to have John come in and figure out how to put the dip holder on because I can't figure out how to do it because it never goes on right. So I have that exact same one, and we use it every holiday, every get together in the summertime. It is our chips and guac or chips and salsa dip bowl because it works perfectly for that. Okay, next up I have a piece. This is on the antique side. So I have one of these little ruby flash thumbprint guys. And I thought this was great as a very fancy little dip bowl. So like you get your hummus. Hummus is one of my favorite things to have. I make my own hummus. I love my hummus, and I love putting it in nice little dishes so that I feel fancy when I sit down and have my veggie snacks in my hummus. This is in great condition. It does have a little bit of right here flash loss. So this stuff was all flashed. All this ruby was flashed back then. And a lot of this stuff was carnival-esque, or maybe carnival's not the right word, but there were some of the stuff that you could get as prizes. You would go to like the seashore and you could get your name. They would do your name in them. You could get your name like today when we get mugs with our names on them. So very similar to that. It is just a really pretty little piece. It just really is. I love the thumbprints because the optics on this, looking through it, the way it refracts the light is kind of messes with your eyeballs. Like those 3D things that I could never figure out what they were, or like a kaleidoscope. I tried for years to try to do those 3D pictures, and I'm like, I must just be stupid. My eyeballs just must be stupid because I can't do them.
No.
So this guy here will be $12, number 83. $12, number 83 for my little ruby thumbprint guy. And then my last item has absolutely nothing to do with entertaining, but I found it out and about. I came across a nice little cache of Fenton, and I came across the clear Fenton bear. He's really just cute. Just a nice little clear guy. We've all seen these. We all know them. He does have his little tramp stamp right there. Boop. You got a little Fenton trampy stamp. And he is the clear version of the Fenton. No condition issues. He's in great condition, but minus my fingerprints. So sorry about that. So if you're interested in a little Fenton guy, he'll be $15, number 94. $15, number 94. And those were mine. Go back there,
right.
We do so good trying to keep to the hour.
Yeah. If you see something that you're interested in, feel free to email either of us to see if it's still available for sale. I know I always have a couple of people get a hold of me after, and they're like, I wasn't able to watch because I was working, but I watched on the replay and I'd like number whatever. Is it still available? So always you can email us, see if something's still available. So next week is Memorial Day. We will be here. So if you want to hang out with us while you're prepping stuff for the barbecue, by all means, come hang out with us. It just might be red, white, and blue glass.
Oh, I like that idea. We might have to do some red, white, and blue glass. We're just saying. But, Memorial Day is the first stopover on, Patriotic Road in the summertime. There's quite a few. There's Flag Day. We go Memorial Day, Flag Day, 4th of July.
And 4th of July, yes.
So I'm just saying. And then, oh my goodness, brain fart. What's the one in September?
Labor Day.
Labor Day. That's the one. Then we go to Labor Day. In August we get a break. There's nothing patriotic in August. So yes. I don't understand that comment, Bridget. I was just looking at that Bridget us.
What? We're just got a
Oh,
flag.
no. Oh, it's a flag. All right.
Is it not showing up on yours?
Yeah, it's in short. That's why I was like, what? Red, white, and blue would be very fun. Yes.
All right. So here's what I've got coming up. Tonight, I will be on Vintage and Vino's channel at 7 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow night, I will be hanging out on Skunky Junk's channel at 7:30. He will be selling items that are tea party related. So lots of fun, and he's got a special announcement about it. So you don't want to miss that. That's Skunky Junk's channel. And then Wednesday morning is my fun and funky sale with Barbie at 10 a.m. Grab your coffee and see some weird and cool things. And I am not going to be doing a Thursday sale this week. I've got a lot going on. One of my nieces is graduating Friday. My sister has a birthday. My brother and his wife had an anniversary. So I will be done with sales on Wednesday. What do you have going on?
Well, let's see. Tomorrow, Jen and I will be on with Mr. Aaron Proctor. He'll be over on Jen's channel. She's hosting this week. We'll be doing a sale. Hey, Leanne, how are you? We'll be doing a sale with Mr. Proctor there. It's pretty much an anything goes sale. So there'll be a bunch of different variety stuff. It's not just going to be ephemera like we did this weekend for his birthday. And then Wednesday at 4 o'clock, I'll be over on Trisha's channel, Sandy and Otto, doing some sale there. And I have squirreled aside some of my favorite things that I found on my vacation trip. So you're going to want to see some of that. Some of my faves. And then, then I get a couple days off. Woohoo! To try to catch up on all. I am still catching up. Well, I'm still catching up. I think my Brimfield airs. I don't know if it aired today or tonight, so you'll get to see that video. I'm still uploading videos.
I was watching it this morning.
All right, so I was like, I think it went live like at midnight. So it is there. It is cool. So you could just see how absolutely overwhelming Brimfield can be if you've never been. It is ridiculously overwhelming. So I got a couple other videos coming out later this week that are going to be just all the rest of the stuff that I saw were out. So that's what I got going on this week.
Boy, Aaron was a trooper on his birthday having 2 sales. Aaron,
we had so much fun, and I had so much fun making fun of Jen. I couldn't help it. She never sees snow, so I told her, said, I'm going to talk about this for the rest of the week. So, she was talking about snow and how it snowed. She got video. I said, I want to see the video of your husband falling into a 3-foot snowbank. I really want to see that. And then, calling a plow a shovel truck, I was rolling. Aaron and I both looked at each other.
So hard about that.
But you know what? I told the story too. Years ago, I had a neighbor across the street that was from Puerto Rico, and their grandson had moved in with them, and he was only 3, and he had never seen snow before. So he went outside, and it was just the wonder and awe of a child who's never seen snow before, trying to catch snow in his mouth, falling down into this, and not wearing, proper. He just ran outside because he got excited it started snowing, which is not a rarity up here. I'm just going to tell you all that. It happens quite often. So it was kind of fun to see that she had snow and I had 90-degree weather. Yeah, I was in love with that.
That was weird.
Yeah, that was super, super weird. So.
But shovel truck. I think I'm going to call him that from now on.
Just a shovel. But you know what? She at least knew, let's get behind the shovel truck, because we don't want to be next to it, and we definitely don't want to be in front of it. Get behind the shovel truck. So at least, she knew that. But she had to be freezing too. No coats, no,
I know.
pants.
She left Texas and went on an adventure and had snow.
I mean, I know I went, and there was a good 20 to 30 degree difference between Gloucester, which is only an hour and a half away from where I was in the Brimfield area. And it was freezing up there. It was 30 degrees at night. And then you're down here and you're like, we can put the air conditioner on in the RV because it's super hot outside. So,
Yeah.
The Northeast.
All right, so we are going to sign off. We will see you guys in the chat, and hopefully I'll see you tonight at 7 p.m. on Vintage and Vino's channel.
Ooh. Yeah, there's a lot going on today, the next couple of days. So.
Yes, there is.
Oh, and just so y'all know, Julia's on now at 2 o'clock. She changed her time. Go pop over. She's signing off here. This is one of her last sales, so go give her a little bit of love. Give her a little bit of love. Okay? Thank you, everyone.
Guys.
Bye.